Okay, great. Good evening, everyone. It's the Board of Trustees regular meeting. It is March 27th, 2018 at 7:30 PM on the dot. This is meeting number 2018-06. Could you please take the roll, Chris?
President Burry.
Here.
Trustee Vorderer.
Here.
Trustee Streit is absent. Trustee Stalker.
Here.
Trustee Olenichek.
Here.
Trustee Desmond.
Here.
Trustee Phelan.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Would everyone rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Do we have any public comments, Chris?
Ooh.
While we check that, can you check that, Chris? Thank you. I'd just like to ask if any, agenda item 4, if any item on tonight's agenda, if there's a conflict of interest that anyone might have. Okay, hearing none, we're just checking if there are public comments to be sure, and there are none. Thank you so much, Chris, I appreciate it. Item 5 is the swearing in of firefighter paramedic in the Oak Lawn Fire Department, Jeffrey Zelizik. Jeffrey. Is Jeffrey here? Hi, Jeffrey. And Chris, you're going to be doing that? Okay.
Did the firemen want to come in? Gentlemen? Please raise your right hand. I, Jeffrey Zelizik,
I, Jeffrey Zelizik,
having been appointed
having been appointed
to the position of firefighter paramedic, to the position of firefighter paramedic
to the position of firefighter paramedic
in the village of Oak Lawn,
in the village of Oak Lawn,
in the county of Cook,
in the county of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the state of Illinois,
of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of firefighter paramedic
of firefighter paramedic
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
God.
So help me.
Congratulations.
Quite a bit of family.
Okay,
My mother and father, Joyce and Ed,
hello.
Aunt Janice, my uncle Ken, my soon-to-be parents-in-law,
Wow.
Tammy and Rick, as well as my fiance Shelby, her brother Zach, and her brother Mike.
That's awesome.
So,
Great.
Very good.
support here.
That's beautiful.
I just need you to sign here.
Half the room.
Congratulations. And it's wonderful to see the family, friends, and future in-laws supporting this young man. Thank you for being here tonight. We have a policy that once the agenda item is completed, you don't need to stay if you don't want to. We are not offended if you leave. We don't really expect you to stay for the whole board meeting. Did you want one more photo? No? Okay. Very good. Let's give one more round of applause. Thank you. And one of my favorite events is agenda item 6, the 2017 Fire and Public Safety Coloring Book Contest winners. I'd like to call up Vicki Scanlon, our chamber president. Bud, would you care to join me at the podium for this presentation? And Chief? Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vicki Scanlon from Providence Bank, and we're here tonight to celebrate the winners of the Fire Safety Coloring Book Contest. Each year, the Oak Lawn Chamber collaborates with the Oak Lawn Fire Department and the Oak Lawn Police Department to produce the Fire and Safety Coloring Book. The coloring book is a teaching tool for approximately 4,000 kindergarten through fourth grade students in the Oak Lawn community. The book is distributed by the Oak Lawn Fire Department each October during Fire Prevention Month. The books feature a selection of drawings designed to teach children about the dangers of fire, talking to strangers, traffic safety, and more. In the center of the book is a blank page where students can demonstrate what they have learned by entering a drawing into the coloring contest. The first place winners of the contest have their drawings proudly displayed on the cover of next year's Fire and Safety Coloring Book. I want to recognize the Oak Lawn High School students who contributed the illustrations to the book. These students were recognized 2 weeks ago at the Oak Lawn High School. Their names are Alyssa Diaz, Mario Esparza, Martina Gugula, Anthony Gomez Ladiza, Sabrina Johnson, Carlos Larios, Natalie Morissette, Jules Rolbeck, Julia Shader, Rebecca Smith, Antonia Taylor, Cecilia Vega, and Samantha Yaber, under the direction of their art teacher, Jennifer Clark.
Are any of them here?
No, these were recognized 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
The Oak Lawn Chamber would also like to thank the businesses and nonprofits who have donated to the Fire Safety Coloring Book Initiative, Oak Lawn Bank and Trust, Providence Bank and Trust, and the Children's Museum in Oak Lawn, and to all the businesses who sponsored the book by purchasing ads. I'd now like to introduce Mayor Brewery. She's going to present the students with the award.
Thank you.
Okay, Mayor Beer?
Okay, actually, I need the sheet. I left it up there. I'm sorry.
Okay. And afterwards, for all the families, is a small reception downstairs. So please join us.
Thank you. This is a beautiful coloring book, and it's distributed to every child in Oak Lawn and hometown, correct? Oak Lawn Hometown Middle School and Oak Lawn, the District 123 schools and the other. I'm just back from Bolivia. I'm still on Bolivian kind of time. I'm sorry, I'm not myself today. But this is a wonderful resource, and it talks about tips, and I just want to applaud the Chamber, our police department, and our fire department for putting this together every year. It's really wonderful. I'm going to start with the 2017 Fire Safety Coloring Contest. So that's this side of the book, and then the police side is the other side. So I'm going to start with third place, Isabella Rivera. Is she here? Isabella, thank you so much. Thank you. Oops, wrong one. And we want to take a picture.
Right,
and-
Julie's going to
And then I'm going to ask you to just kind of stay up here to the side, and then we'll take a group photo, okay? Thank you. Our second place winner is Vincent Talty. Thank you. Congratulations.
Oh, I see.
Thank you. And let's take pictures. And one over there, too. Cute kid, thank you. And let's go right there. And Isabella is from Southwest Chicago Christian School, and Vincent, you're St. Gerald School, correct? Our first place winner is from Kolb Elementary School. Grace Gilbert, congratulations, #1 winner. Now, Grace gets a $25 gift certificate sponsored by Oak Lawn Bank and Trust. Vincent gets a $25 gift certificate by Oak Lawn Bank and Trust, and Isabella gets a $25 gift certificate from Oak Lawn Bank and Trust. Thank you. Congratulations. Very good. Now we're going to start with the police side. That is the blue side. Our third place winner is Isabella Strada. Isabella is from St. Paul Lutheran School. Is Isabella here? Well, let's give her a round of applause. Gets a gift certificate sponsored by Providence Bank and Trust. Our second place winner is from St. Gerald School, Miranda Garcia. Is Miranda here? Hi, Miranda. You're welcome. And come over here for a photo. There you go. Let's get one more. And Miranda's from St. Gerald's, and she gets a $25 gift certificate sponsored by Provident Bank and Trust. And you could go over there, sweetie. Thank you. Our first place winner on the police side is Allison Benson. She's from Colmar. And it's a $25 gift by Providence Bank and Trust. And I neglected to say congratulations. Our first place winner of the police side and the fire side get a family membership to the Children's Museum in Oak Lawn, sponsored by the Children's Museum in Oak Lawn. It's wonderful. So congratulations, and now let's get all the kids over for one group photo. Oh, yeah. Very good. Okay, let's get everyone kind of together. Vicki, you get front and center, darling. Aw. And everyone hold up your certificates. Oh, are they adorable? Oh, they are so cute. And so there's a reception for everyone downstairs, one more. And enjoy, we're very proud of you, great job. Let's give them a round of applause. Sure. Okay. Okay. It's a great way for kids to learn about safety and have a good time, both with the design of the book, the contest for the cover, and the kids actually coloring in the book. So it's very nice. And again, if anyone doesn't want to stay through the meeting, you don't have to. There's a nice reception table set up downstairs. We're excited for you. Thank you. Give them just a moment, please. Item 7 on tonight's agenda is a request to approve a garden center at Jewel Osco, number 3107, located at 9424 South Pulaski Road, from April 15th to July 31st, 2018. This is in District 4. May I have a motion on 7, please?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Trustee Vorder made that motion. Do I have a second? Trustee Stalker, any discussion? Let's call that vote, please.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Streit?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Phelan?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. 8 tonight is approval of the meeting minutes, closed meeting minutes 2018-03, dated February 13th, 2018. May I have a motion on 8, please?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Trustee Desmond made that motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Trustee Vorder. Any discussion? Let's call that vote, please.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Streit?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Abstain.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Phelan?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Number 9 is approval of the meeting minutes for the regular meeting minutes 2018-05, dated March 13th, 2018. May I have a motion on 9, please?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Trustee Vorder made that
Second.
motion, seconded by Trustee Stalker. Any discussion? Let's call that vote, please.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Streit?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Phelan?
Abstain.
Motion passes.
Thank you. 10 is new business by village trustees. Let's start in District 6 tonight. Trustee Phelan, anything?
Thank you, Mayor. Just one item, hopefully brief, but really important. The board will recall going back to our budget discussions last fall, where we talked about the issue of vehicle stickers and all the headaches and time and energy and money and manpower that the village employs to monitor and collect and everything else. If you talk to Brian in finance and all of his department, it's probably the number one headache, right, Brian? I mean, all of the lines out the door, through the library, employees down there, you know, on the receiving end of a lot of unhappy people. So we looked at the idea of eliminating the vehicle stickers altogether. Another reason for that is, I think Brian did an estimation one time going through the state of Illinois' stickers, and is it 8,000, Bri, vehicles sometimes? So the thought is, up to 8,000 vehicles in the village that don't have stickers. You know, we call them scofflaws, or people that forget, or in one case, Brian and I know a guy who figured that they cost $100 each, and he had 4 cars, so he figured, I'm not gonna do it. Well, they only cost $25, but at the end of the day, when you have 8,000 cars who aren't buying stickers, that's $200,000 in revenue the village is not collecting. And then you have all the manpower, the police, the adjudication, not to say that we devote a lot of time or energy or police department time to collecting on vehicles without stickers, but the long and short of it is Brian did a deep dive onto our water usage. The thought would be, we want everybody in the village, from the 16-year-old just getting his or her license to the senior citizen who may or may not drive a lot, to chip in a little bit for our roads, kind of an infrastructure improvement program. And therefore, the thought was, if everybody pitched in, the overall cost to the average family, from the senior living at home to the person with 5 cars, will decrease. And Brian's analysis, which he's gonna go into in a minute, showed just that. So we capture what is arguably needed revenue to maintain our roads. And again, even people who don't have cars, you know, they're using Uber, or they're taking the senior bus, or they're still using our streets, or their guests or their family coming to and from Oak Lawn are using our streets. So the hope was, and Brian proved this out with a really detailed report showing, just for example, a senior with 1 car, net will save $5 a year by not having to buy the sticker and then paying a little bit on what we're calling what do we end up calling it, Brian? The infrastructure fee, or this?
We're calling it the street rehab. And I think when I first started talking to Tom about what it comes down to is, this is not, our vehicle sticker fee is not an equitable tax. We sell about 38,000 of these stickers, as Tom says. It does tend to create a bit of an administrative burden on the village, in that there are long lines, but that's not the reason to eliminate it. The real reason to eliminate it is, in my opinion, the good citizens, the responsible taxpayers in Oak Lawn, buy their stickers, and we sell about 38 to 39,000 of them. When we compared our database to the state of Illinois' database for the small sticker that everyone has on the back of their license plate, we found that there was about 8,000 scofflaws, okay, or people that bought the state of Illinois but didn't buy our sticker. So we quantified that to be about in the neighborhood, and we actually sent a letter out, offered an amnesty period, and we brought in about $250,000 last year. But the point is, those 8,000 scofflaws require our police department to find them. With all due respect to everything we've done for years here at the village, it's just not an equitable tax. So in talking to Tom, and we've been discussing this for a long period of time, this didn't just happen over the last couple of months, but I presented a bunch of things to Tom. He came back with what's the fair and equitable way to try to replace that revenue, because that revenue is used for our street infrastructure. And as Trustee Olenichik knows, the last thing we want to do is go backwards to where we were 7 years ago, when I think the board realized that we had not invested in our streets properly on an annual basis. So the village has an investment of about $2.5 million on average, some years a little more, some years a little less, dependent upon what the board sees as a necessary investment in our infrastructure based on the weather for the winter, things like that. But we looked at our water usage. So this tax is going to be revenue neutral. If everyone had paid their vehicle sticker tax properly, this replacement tax and your water bills will be revenue neutral to the village, meaning the village is not getting any more revenue than we should have gotten if everyone had bought their proper vehicle sticker. And that money is going to be used, as it always has been, to be reinvested into the village streets. So I want to make it clear to residents, this is not a money maker, so to speak, for the village. It's just a replacement of existing revenue with a fairer and more equitable tax. The other thing I think that's important for everyone to understand is that, as we said earlier, the last thing we need is to lose revenue in any way, because as everyone knows from our budget hearings, we have a lot of issues with pensions and other expenses in the village, so we can't lose revenue, but we're trying to make it a more fair and equitable tax. We're gonna have in everyone's utility bill a flyer that's gonna lay out the impact on everyone's home. If you're a one-car senior home, two-car senior home, and by seniors, I mean those that are above the age of 65. If you're a smaller homeowner, I call it a kind of a middle-of-the-road using, again, based on usage of water. But every part of this tax is going to be used based on your use, or, I'm sorry, is going to be assessed based on your usage. So you do have some control over how much you pay above a certain minimum that we're asking everyone to pay. Because as Tom says, everyone uses our streets, whether it's for, if you don't have a vehicle, you certainly use it to walk on. No one wants to walk on crumbling streets or ride their bike on crumbling streets, or if you use Uber or Lyft for anything. So this is all just, again, to continue the village's ongoing investment in the infrastructure in the village, streets, with a fair tax, I think is the best way to summarize.
Right, and the point, to kind of reiterate too, the component about the environment. You know, we've been one of the first communities in our area that I know of 10, 12 years ago where we really started this green initiative, Trustee Olenichik with the green team and recycling. Again, what Brian pointed out, it's important to know is if, you feel you're being taxed too much, you conserve water. I mean, it's really a great thing. If you're one of these people that have the sprinkler going all the time in the summer, you actually can see your bill go down. So it's kind of a win-win-win. Nobody likes a tax. Nobody up here, nobody out there. But this is one of those situations where we were hopeful that by looking at, and we looked at how many, like you said, 25,000 in a spreadsheet, different water usages and sizes of families and people in the homes and how many cars. And really, the only one that I think who suffers from this is the scofflaws, the people who've not been paid their stickers. So I think if you're one of those people, you might say, well, it's a tax on you, but I don't think you're going to come forward and ask for any.
Well, and that's right, and that's why, if you look at the flyer, that, again, that will be in everyone's utility bills, we're going to put it, I wanted to have Tom present this tonight before we put it on the website and on Channel 4, but it's going to be in everyone's utility bill package, and you'll see that this is going to be actually a net savings to those good residents, or I guess, to those Oak Lawn taxpayers that have always paid for purchased their vehicle stickers they should have, and have paid their water bills on a regular basis. It's going to be spread over a bigger pool, and that pool are the scofflaws. So the people that never paid for anything are obviously going to pay more with a connection to the water bill and to their use of water, so.
So in addition to the mailer and the utility bill, we're also going to make it the front page of the next issue of Oak Lawn Matters, set to go out sometime mid-April. So hopefully there's a lot of education, people are going to understand. We do think it's a good thing, by and large.
Brian and Tom, quick question. Does this impact anyone with a water bill, including businesses, for example?
It does. We're asking businesses to pay, businesses, Sandy, pay on a monthly basis. They pay basically a third of what a quarterly
Sure,
resident would
Yeah.
pay, but
yeah, so,
we're asking, businesses use our streets too.
correct.
And a business with a lot of employees arguably uses our streets more than the average resident.
Correct.
So it is as equitable as you can get, I think.
Well, you guys spent an awful lot of time on that to make sure it's fair and to make sure it's reasonable and to make sure it's equitable and,
Well, and to the extent that residents find that it's not, they can certainly call me and I'll walk them through it. And this is just the start of this, but we do want this to take hold in the long term to replace what, again, is a very high, inefficient, even the administrative costs of the vehicle stickers. If you add the police time, is going to be, this will be a much more efficient way to invest in our streets,
good.
so.
And that's all I have this evening.
Okay, thank you very much. District 5.
Nothing at this time, thank you.
District 4.
Yeah, Mayor, I think it would be negligent not to acknowledge your work for humanity. Your trip to Bolivia where you
Thanks.
saw over 1,700.
Just about 1,500.
1,500 people restored their eyesight. Thank you for doing that. That's
Thank
all
you.
I have, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Terry. District 3,
Nothing this evening, Mayor.
District 2,
I have no new news.
District 1.
No new business.
Thank you very much. Our next item on the agenda is Village Manager's Report, item 11. Larry?
Thank you, Mayor and trustees. Just two quick comments. We'd like to thank the board, and particularly the Public Works Committee. You're going to be asked under the consent agenda, item A, to approve and award a bid. It's Phase 2 renovations to your Patriot Station commuter parking garage. That's a 868 space garage. On the books, it's a $20 million asset. This is the second year that the Department of Public Works and Public Works Committee have reviewed plans prepared by Walker Consultants, Walker Engineering, preeminent engineering firm in building parking garages, to make sure that we protect this $20 million asset and make corrections, preventative maintenance improvements. Item number 2 is, again, efforts by this board. Often you'll hear folks say, what are you doing about stormwater, flooding, and management? Through your many efforts, one of these projects is going to be, ground will be broken on Monday. That's the Milmina Ditch Reservoir at 87th Street, and that's between Burbank and Oak Lawn. That reservoir will be expanded, doubled. It will provide capacity to store 64 million gallons of water. That's a $20 million project. I only call to the attention of the board that your work on St. Casimir Reservoir, particularly for homeowners who live in the southeast and southwest part of Oak Lawn, project would double, be twice as much in terms of capacity and deterring flooding in those sections of the village. So your continued work on that project is very important. Monday, you're going to get one of your milestones achieved, and hopefully you can move on successfully to your other milestones. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you so much. Item 12 is the consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are routine or have been brought forward at the direction of the Board of Trustees and will be enacted with one motion. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Item A is Resolution 1806-18, a resolution awarding Western Specialty Contractors the contract to conduct the Oak Lawn Parking Structure Maintenance Repairs Phase 2 for 2018. Be Like Boy, Resolution 1806-19, a resolution authorizing the extension of the sidewalk replacement program contract with Crest & Son Cement Incorporated for 2018 sewer, water, and street division concrete repairs. C is Resolution 1806-20, resolution authorizing the extension of the sidewalk replacement program contract with Davis Concrete Construction Company for 2018. D is Resolution 1806-21, resolution authorizing the release of certain executive session minutes. E is a request the Board of Trustees approval and direction to the Board of the Fire and Police Commissioners to hire one police officer from the current eligibility list due to an impending retirement. F is a motion to approve after the Board of Trustees in Executive Session 2018-04 dated March 13th, 2018, reviewed for release of closed meeting minutes, June 14th, 2010, number 1008, April 18th, 2011, number 1106, June 14th, 2011, number 1109, July 12th, 2011, number 1111, August 9th, 2011, number 1112, August 30th, 2011, number 1114, September 13th, 2011, number 1115, October 11th, 2011, number 1116, November 21st, 2011, number 1118, December 13th, 2011, number 1120, January 10th, 2012, number 1201, February 14th, 2012, number 1204, February 28th, 2012, number 1205, March 13th, 2012, number 1206, April 10th, 2012, number 1207, April 24th, 2012, number 1208, May 8th, 2012, number 1209, May 13th, 2014, number 1404, February 25th, 2015, number 1502, March 10th, 2015, number 1503, March 24th, 2015, number 1504, August 11th, 2015, number 1506, November 24th, 2015, number 1508, January 12th, 2016, number 1601, May 24th, 2016, number 1605, July 12th, 2016, number 1607, August 9th, 2016, number 1608, September 13th, 2016, number 1609, December 13th, 2016, number 1613, January 10th, 2017, number 1701, January 24th, 2017, number 1702, February 14th, 2017, number 1703, April 11th, 2017, 1705, April 25th, 2017, number 1706, May 23rd, 2017, number 1707, June 13th, 2017, number 1708, August 8th, 2017, number 1709, September 26th, 2017, number 1710, October 10th, 2017, number 1711, October 24th, 2017, number 1712, November 28th, 2017, number 1713, December 12th, 2017, number 1714, January 9th, January 9th, 2018, number 1801, January 23rd, 2018, number 1802, that the need for confidentiality still exists. Though that's our consent, that is, I cannot talk after saying that, that's our consent agenda. Item 12, may I have a motion, please, on item 12.
Motion to approve.
Thank you, trustee Stalker made that motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, trustee Border. Any discussion? Let's take that roll, please.
Trustee Border?
Yes.
Trustee Strike?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Phelan?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. 13 is Resolution 180622, a resolution waiving the competitive bidding requirements and authorizing the capital lease of two 2018 Ford F-150 pickups from Hawk Ford. May I have a motion on 13, please?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Trustee Oliniechek made that motion.
Second.
Seconded, I'm going to give it to trustee Phelan. Any discussion? Let's call that vote, please.
Trustee Border?
Yes.
Trustee Strike?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Phelan?
Yes.
Motion passes.
14 is Resolution 180623, a resolution waiving the competitive bidding requirements and awarding a Total Automation Concepts Incorporated the contract to install new cameras and recording servers in village buildings. May I have a motion, please, on 14?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Trustee Border made that motion. Second.
Second.
Trustee Phelan is our second. Any discussion? Let's call that vote, please.
Trustee Border?
Yes.
Trustee Strike?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Phelan?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item 15 is Village Clerk's Report.
Disbursement resolutions, number 2018-06D. Approval of semi-monthly disbursements dated March 27th, 2018, in the amount of $2,132,110.35.
Thank you. May I have a motion on 15A, please?
Motion.
Thank you. Trustee Border
Second.
made that motion, seconded by trustee Stalker. Any discussion here? Let's call that vote, please.
Trustee Border?
Yes.
Trustee Strike? Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Phelan?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, thank you, Chris.
I just have general village matters.
Okay,
I'm
gonna announce this.
I was going to speak about that, Jane, yes, that I did. I was at a funeral this morning for our village clerk's mother, Dorothy O'Neill, a 62-year village resident of Oak Lawn, raised her family here. Jane, her sister, her brother John, and her sister Joan. Very sad event, but lived a very long, wonderful life. And it was a wonderful celebration of life at her funeral mass. I wish we ask that we all remember her in our prayers tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Item 16 is Village President's Report. And I just want to speak on behalf of the entire board, wishing the Quinlan family our deepest and most sincere condolences on the passing of Dorothy O'Neill. Our clerk, Jane Quinlan, has been very, very close to her mother. Her mother was the rock in the family after her father died at a young age. And those of us who had the privilege of knowing Mrs. O'Neill knew that she was spirited, a true leader, a true pillar of support to the family, and we can see where our clerk gets her strength and integrity from, coming from such a wonderful family. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the Village of Oak Lawn, we wish them all our prayers and condolences. And with that, item 17 is a motion to adjourn. Trustee Oliniechek made that motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. That was Trustee Stalker, I believe. Any discussion? Let's call that vote, please.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you. We are adjourned, and